Greetings everyone, this is First in 2753 with the next episode of Geopolitical Simulator 4 Power and Revolution, Return to the Golden Age of Greece. In the last episode, I think we have a new conflict waging here down in Israel. It seems like Jordan versus Israel. They've got 66 tanks there. They captured a Israeli base, and they also have 136 tanks here moving towards Hafia, the northern city there. Israel has a lot of air bases. Israel is the one that attacked, so they are the aggressors. And it looks like Jordan has some drones there, which is pretty interesting. Helicopters. They got a pretty tough military. And they have a couple of refugee camps there. Israel's got a lot of air bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 air bases. 10 air bases total. That's an army base. That is 232 tanks. Whoa, 4,000 tanks. 97,000 troops. Over 100,000 troops down there. 18 tanks. They have some pretty big numbers on their way north. I'm surprised they weren't more prepared for this attack. It doesn't look like... I guess this is... What is this? The Dead Sea? And they can't get across that. There's a tourist site down there. I don't know if how much terrain plays a factor. Does this actually slow... The mountains actually slow them down? They should. It would be good if they did. And it looks like they are moving north, I think, to move towards the Jordanian capital of Amman. In the Sinai, the Egyptians have a couple tank battalions here, and an army base. Oh, there's another Israeli air... 2 more that I didn't catch. 2 more Israeli air bases. The Israeli Air Force has got to be huge, if you will there. Jordan's got a base in the Red Sea. That's interesting. I didn't realize they reached all the way down there. I'm surprised Israel didn't get one as well, because they kind of reached there too. So this is going to be an interesting thing to keep an eye on. We seem to have stabilized ourselves. I think I got that whole parliamentary power reduction through. Right, laws in progress. Monthly rent allowance. That might give us a nice little bump. Hopefully get us up into the 70s, close to the 80s. Powers of Parliament. Alright, they can vote on laws and motions of no confidence against the government, but not against the head of state. So that sort of enhanced my power as the executive. It sort of strengthens the executive branch in the Greek government a little bit more. We are dealing with... I don't know what these French airplanes... They're just sitting there. That's really annoying. Like I said before, I hope that doesn't cause a crash. There's this Israeli helicopter. There are some other Israeli forces out here. This is a reaction to my forces spilling over into their borders, and they've moved 7 tanks along the border. I think I gave orders for us to deploy a tank column closer to the Israeli border and some cruisers. I don't think I want to just intervene on behalf of Jordan without anybody else. I know that Jordan did appeal to the Security Council. It doesn't look like the Security Council has decided to vote on it yet, so there's still some time, but Jordan has bought some time by capturing this base and moving pretty aggressively against the Israelis. So we're going to see how that folds out for a little bit before we actually decide to intervene. Again, you can't forget that Syria is also an Israeli dependency. So if we end up going to war with Israel, we're likely going to have to fight Syria as well. And, oh, here we go. So that's that situation. We've got a number of refugees on their way back to Lebanon. This is almost 200,000 refugees, 175,000 refugees on their way back, which is going to supplement our workforce. Take a look at the Greek economy real quick. There we go. That is Greece. A lot of discussion on the channel about the economy. GDP per capita is still kind of low, while the GDP itself is rising. GDP per capita is kind of low, so we have to work to bring that up. I'm pretty happy with the debt situation. People are suggesting that I leave the euro, which I think is definitely something I want to do. I think I'm going to hold a referendum on that. Growth is still pretty solid, 5%. Unemployment is only at 2%, but we got the refugees coming in, so I wonder if that's going to increase the unemployment. We'll have to create more jobs, which is good. I want to be able to create more jobs. Inflation is the big problem, and leaving the euro will allow us to control our interest rates to keep the inflation down. We can raise our interest rates to lower inflation while still allowing for the economic growth we need for the jobs that we're going to need to fill all these positions for. I still want to get that shipbuilding industry going, which I haven't even done that. I was planning on exonerating a number of the secondary sectors for shipbuilding industries, and I'm also thinking about possibly a reduction of a company tax here to that's not too much. I was thinking about maybe cutting company taxes 1% and then also cutting lower income bracket. That's still under $1 billion. All right, so I think I might combine them in one bill, so that will appease both parties, and I won't get any unrest from the right. Hugo Batista, I think, suggests 2% interest rate cut on lower taxes and 1% on mid taxes, and then a hike on the upper echelon. I don't think I'm going to increase the upper tax bracket right now, but I might work slowly towards getting towards those other goals. And I might add the company tax with those just to try to support both sides of the political spectrum and avoid getting any more riots, because I've got to get my popularity back up here. So,
faced with this threat, I can, with your agreement, and for security.
We're going to hold off on that for a second. Alright, liberation of party demonstrators. Alright, here we go.
Our sportsmen are ready. But if I may, a few words of encouragement before the national team's departure would surely galvanize the troops.
Absolutely. No, we don't need to eliminate head of state there.
Do you wish to send in the army to disperse the demonstrators?
I didn't think they were still there. Yeah, see, this Union for the Traditional Republic demonstrating a sit-in. I gotta try to appease these guys. Hate me. So maybe passing a law with cutting company taxes would help, especially since we have all these immigrants coming in, all these refugees returning, and additionally, I'll show you immigration. I looked at this in between the episodes. Here's our numbers. Immigration in thousands of people. We were at 39,000, which that was through our policies. We had hiked it up about where were we at? We were at like 25,000, I think, to start. We are now at 785,000 immigrants. This is a huge workforce coming in. Again, Lebanon was the second largest country for immigration, and we saw that it probably has a lot to do with the instability in the Middle East and civil wars and everything that are going on there. So, this is definitely going to be a place. We're going to definitely utilize this to our advantage. Yeah, illegal immigrants, that's increased too, but that isn't really going to be as much of a factor with this huge influx of immigration right here. So, we're going to be able to work with that, I think. So, I want to go ahead and try to pass that bill, give myself a little bit of boost in popularity. I think I'm going to wait a little bit until this other law passes right here on the 24th to establish monthly rent allowance. And I'm going to wait till see what's going on with these Israelis. I think I ordered my cruisers to deploy like 20 miles out, and so another tank column down that way. We still have these two camps here in Israel, which we're going to utilize as logistical bases. And I think I had some missile launchers on the way. I think I might just send all my missile launchers to Israel. Let's actually wait to see what happens. Let's wait to see how things unfold. I'm going to press play here. We've got terrorist bombings going on in Syria. Again, we supported some of those Syrian terrorists. There's our cruisers moving out that way, and there are tanks. These are the Estonians. I don't know what they're coming for. They seem to be coming into Lebanon? Are they intervening? Alright, Libyan Democratic Forces. Would you like to attempt to track their positions? Yes. We could probably use that. Let's pause that for a second. Alright.
My men succeeded in infiltrating key
Jihadist Caliphate. Yes, we need to reduce their numbers.
The competition will begin in a week. All our athletes are in top form. The fight will be harsh, but they will do their best to bring back medals and represent the country with dignity.
Good. What else do we got here?
The participants of the sit-in used verbal abuse against our men and insulted the government. I fear that the situation will quickly deteriorate.
We gotta get rid of this sit-in here.
Do you wish to send in the army to disperse the demonstrators?
Not yet, we're waiting on that.
I'll give you a quick update on the sit-in. The demonstrators are still there. The situation is still slowly worsening.
Oh, man. Let's go ahead and,
Do you wish to send in...
yeah, send in the police and get this thing over with. We gotta end that. That's killing our popularity. Alright, monitoring the Israeli-Jordanian war at the moment. And there are about 9,000 troops moving towards the capital of Jordan. And those are the Jordanian tanks. We actually have hostile relations with Jordan compared to Israel. Oh, wow. Ooh, airstrike on that airbase. Drones are active. Jordanian drones are active. And it looks like the Jordanians have occupied Hafia, the northern Israeli city. And I see Jordanian missile launchers. And the Israelis have occupied Oman. This is interesting. 22 tanks against 18 tanks. Great disapproval uprising in Athens. We're down to 58. Oh man, what is going on here?
We are awaiting your instructions to direct operations.
Okay. My government expresses direct disapproval at your presence of troops near our borders. They represent a potential threat to the integrity of the country. We demand you withdraw them immediately. Egypt! Whoa! Egypt declares war on Israel.
Fellow esteemed citizens, our current situation is critical. Faced with repeated provocations from this rogue state that is threatening both our country and the international community, I have made a conscious decision to declare war. We regret that diplomacy has failed. It is now up to our guns to speak for us.
Alright, that's typical war message. I was wondering if they'd say something about, you know, aggression towards an ally or something. You can see that.
The rioters have...
This is a disaster. Throw some tear gas in here. And I'm going to get the army to intervene right away. I don't want to mess with this. I don't want to waste time. Let's get those tanks to roll out. We've got to end this uprising quickly. Warmongering and popularity. Sheesh. We got to end this rioting quickly so we can regain our popularity. Who are these guys? Are they of a certain group? They're gonna flee as soon as the soldiers get involved here. Demonstrations. Ah, there's a nice boost. Housing, humanitarianism, social. And that quickly dispersed the rioting. Social, housing, and humanitarianism. The law has passed.
The rebel move.
Very good. Very good. Alright, so the law has passed. There still is a riot here, the Employer Federal Union. That's a small one, though. Is there two riots or just the one? There are still the two. So we have 416 in that one, and 15,000 there. Alright, Serbian confidential information. Oh, look at this. Serbian government secretly financed Equatorian Indian alliance terrorists to attack Ecuador. Why is Serbia interested in Ecuador, I wonder? Alright, so we've got dirt on them for a couple reasons. So there is definitely 2 people injured in the fight against the demonstrators. What's more, the protest movement has taken such priorities that our military power was scarcely enough to contain the anti-establishment protesters. Clashes continue currently in several cities of Athens. The situation is critical. This is a sit-in. 15,000 people are organizing a sit-in. And then this one is a demonstration. Alright, so I'm going to try to get a law passed here that might appease both sides and help us out economically. Alright, this is ambitious, right? Going to try to solve all problems here. We'll call this, I don't know, Econ Reform 2019. Let's see if we can pass this economic reform here. And it's going to be 1% cut on the lowered tax bracket. Create the reform. 77% will pass. You got a lot of people against it on the right. That right there is the Union for the Traditional Republic. Those are the ones that are protesting. In order to appease them, I'm going to attach a company tax cut of 1% to that bill. Hopefully that will work. 69% are for it. I'm curious if they would like maybe a pornography tax hike on that traditional side. I just want to look at it real quick. I hate it when I'm worried that this will automatically do it too if I let's just see this. Yeah, the right will like this pornography tax cut. Where'd it go? There it is. I'm gonna try to attach this to the bill just to further appease the right and make a nice welcoming bill for both sides. 51% are for it, 69% total. We got the majority of their party is for it. We've got the group of sovereign radicals, they are for it, 58%, and 51% of the Union for Traditional Republic is for it. Hopefully this bill will appease enough people and get everything on board, everyone on our side, and give us a nice boost. In the meantime, Israel is fighting 2 wars now. Let's slow things down a second. Ah, come on, man. Look at this. Oh, the sit-in. Sit-in is still killing us. Ah, the riot. More riots. Bring in reinforcements. Yes. I can't stop these rioting. $22. $22. Let's send those army troops in there again. Little tear gas to distract them, break them up a little bit, force a couple people to get locked up. Let's go.
You did not do anything to appease the demonstrators, and they have contaminated the whole country with their ideas. The crisis is inevitable. The whole territory is affected by disturbances and riots. this is over.
Okay, he's freaking out. Get rid of these guys, come on. Break it up. Okay, we took a big hit there. Military intervention, army sent in.
We have subdued the rebel move.
Alright, partial
The
dismantlement.
blow cannot really be described as fatal.
2 arrests.
2 arrests.
No big deal. 14 dead, 14... 4 dead, 14 seriously injured. Alright, I'm gonna need a endorsement from this guy. My popularity is really struggling here, I think, still. Alright, let's see what we can do. I'm gonna move a little slower. Estonians are in Lebanon for some reason. I don't know why. They can turn around. In the meantime, war is continuing. Jordan has retained their capital. Hafia has been liberated. And with the, oh wow, look at that city. That city got pummeled. More, oh man. A lot of movement going on here. Egypt is coming to the aid of Israel, who are redeploying missile launchers away from our front.
You are giving our
Got it. Alright, so we are sitting here at 51%. I think the riots have been subdued. Care for refugees, it seems to be down for some reason. Release those guys. Albania wants to meet. Is it Albania? Yeah, Albania wants to meet. They are very good. Strategic alignment is very good with them. Yeah, we'll definitely meet with them. They're a very strong ally. Participated in our Lebanese invasion, and they've given us access through their territory.
The bill has been voted on.
Alright, that happened a while ago, I think. What is left here? Troops near our border. Meeting, alright, with the ecologist president. We need something here.
No thanks. My ulcer can't take it.
You don't want coffee? What about champagne?
I'd be happy to.
Okay. Compliment you.
No, honestly.
Now you need to speak highly of me in public.
Okay.
Get me back over that 50% marker. They are continuing to move troops close to our border. It looks like those are our tanks. 598 tanks. Almost like I'm provoking an attack here. Missile launchers right in the river there. There seems to be a lot of Estonian troops here. I'd like them to get out of there, please. Missile launchers, they should be in the rear. Infantry is getting those missile launchers. Tanks are moving in, more infantry. What about here? Egyptian missile launchers. And that looks like more Egyptian troops. 17,000 Egyptian infantry coming in to reinforce this battle here. This is a heavy battle. This is most of Israel's army. Statement in the press. Whew, very little support there. Come on, another uprising? I can't get rid of these uprisings. Who is it?
We are awaiting your instructions.
Liberal Democratic Party. Liberal Democratic Party. How many people are there? Let's appear on television for this one. See if we can't solve it on our own.
Your television appearance added on.
Added fuel to the fire. I gotta keep my mouth shut. Alright, deploy soldiers to strategic locations. Go ahead. I think that ended the riot.
The rioters have taken control of the square. The pictures are being...
Popularity is getting killed. That did not end the riot. Interesting. Okay, this changes the landscapes of things internationally, but we're getting tied down with all these riots. We can't act. So the 15-0 military intervention mandate has been granted against Israel. The United States did not back them up. So we could go to war with Israel if we could solve this situation here. Jeez. These rioters have gone crazy. Alright, let's retake the police headquarters. And let's send in these tanks to disperse people here. If I can just try to calm this situation down. Get into that police station. %45%. This is a disaster. I think I need to spend a little bit more here.
We have subdued the rebel movement.
Alright, let's go into research. People have been suggesting I spend more on military. I don't know if that's going to win anybody's favor. Agri-food. Let's see what that does. Man. Can't control my popularity. It keeps tanking. And what is with these Estonians?
Our sportsmen are ready. But if I may, a few words of encouragement.
Alright, hopefully we can get some...
The appointment that you have just taken is well noted. Nevertheless, because of an overloaded schedule, we have had to cancel another appointment that you all...
Yikes. Did I miss the meeting? Alright, let's meet with them again.
Good morning. I didn't come empty-handed. In fact, I wanted you to see in order to
What meeting got
submit you
canceled?
this economic contract, which, as you will see, is profitable for both our countries.
Okay, utility construction vehicles. They want to buy them. We don't even make enough for our own economy. I don't think so, Albania. Not gonna happen. Sorry. Renegotiate military alliance. Let's see if we can't get a base for a base. Yes! Wow! We can build a base in Albania. Interesting. That's a pretty good meeting. That could position us for a move on Serbia. Very good negotiation there. Very strong alliance with Albania. However, popularity is in trouble. These riots are out of control, and for some reason I can't keep these people in Greece happy. So, feel free to comment. Let me know what you guys think about this situation. Should I intervene in this Israel conflict here? We've got Jordan and Egypt both fighting Israel, and a UN mandate for military action against Israel, who has, we've got a number of people around here. We've got the Estonian army here. They don't have much. I could call my allies in again and annex the capital of Israel, which I thought was Tel Aviv, is in the game Jerusalem. So we do have to capture Jerusalem, which is right down there. No, Jerusalem is right there. There's Tel Aviv. Okay. So, They still have a tough military. Oh, I could do a quick military overview. I'm going to save that for next episode. It's been about 30 minutes. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And please like and subscribe if you did and you want to see more, and share it with your friends. And again, please comment. Let me know what you guys think about the situation. Israeli intervention and what to do with this civil unrest in Greece, so to speak. Again, our budget is phenomenal. $25 billion, so we've got plenty to spend. Hopefully this law, when it gets passed on, where is the law? Parliament. This law gets passed on, looks like the 6th. Maybe that'll turn things around. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode.